Good afternoon, Wall Street winners. It is just after market close on Thursday, October 16th. And this video is about the banks and how not all banks are the same. And what I mean by that is we're starting to now, after the big banks came out, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, after those large banks made their earnings announcements this week, now we're into the regional banks. Banks like M&T Bank and Zions Bank and Western Alliance Bank and all kinds. There I think, are over 3,000 regional banks or smaller banks in the United States. And a couple of them with earnings today were jolted, and that jolted the market. And that was Western Alliance Bank and Zions, due to some bad loans that they claim were fraudulent. And they were forced to then take a charge or a write-off on those. Zions Bancorp down 12% on a $50 million charge-off for a loan underwritten by its wholly owned subsidiary California Bank and Trust. And then Western Alliance Bancorp, it tumbled 11% after it said it made loans to the same borrowers. This just a couple of days after JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon, the CEO Jamie Dimon, came out talking about when you see a cockroach, there are usually more cockroaches. And he was referring to when you see that there's some bad credit, there's usually more bad creditors in the mix. And this is after JP Morgan took a bit of a hit on some of their investments and a charge down of, I believe it was $190 million due to some of the financing they provided for Tricolor, which was the in automotive financing, I believe was what Tricolor did. Anyway, it had to take a write-off, and that affected the credit cost figure in the earnings report published earlier this week by JP Morgan. Anyway, that's where we are in the markets today. We had a bit of a downturn, and the markets turned red towards the end of the day. Started off fairly positive and then took a turn. I think they'll probably recover tomorrow. We'll have to see, but that's where we are. Good luck in your trades today, and if you like the video,